Just about anywhere in Dane County, Fitchburg's population is rapidly growing.
But plans to accommodate that growth in one neighborhood has residents pushing back on the city. They brought their concerns to our Maddie Heimsch.
This is Fitchburg's Greenfield neighborhood.
We like the rural appeal of this area.
And these are Greenfield's neighbors.
I have lived in this neighborhood for about 35 plus years.
For more than 25 years.
Since 1996.
75 years.
They're at the center of the city's most recent neighborhood plan, outlining future housing, land use, transportation, and economic goals for the area.
The city is very intent on developing in this area.
But they're advocating for the city to leave their rural region as is and focus development towards spaces already host to apartment buildings, businesses, and bus lines.
They've already got services up north of here. Why not infill there? And then keep the rural areas out here.
Community development planner Brad Sipple says it can't just be urban and suburban areas making room.
We feel like we need to have both in order to adequately accommodate the expected growth of the community.
Residents are most concerned they'll be forced to abandon their private septic systems and pay to connect to city sewage lines.
Which will cost the neighbors individually a lot of money.
And that Greenfield's namesake, Greenfields, will be no longer.
When you take a farm and you turn it into, say, apartments, it will never go back to becoming a farm.
But Sipple says the neighborhood plan is just forethought.
The city's not pushing development in this area. It's really just setting up a neighborhood plan so that when it does occur, it occurs kind of thoughtfully.
And while septic costs and land use are to be determined, he says growth is inevitable.
The growth is happening, so we're not deciding whether or not to grow. We're using this planning process to decide how we grow.
Greenfield residents just want to be considered in that growth.
I would be really saddened to lose our neighborhood.
Reporting in Fitchburg, Maddie Heimsch, News 3 Now.
Now, the city tells us they do not have any developers lined up to build on the land as the plan is still in progress. News 3 Now will continue following and update you on any development.